My name is Martin Gannan. I'm the Deputy Leader of Gateshead Council, and what I wanted to say was that I know we live in difficult times at the present time, financial constraints, cuts on the council, and that's having a massive impact both on the council and on the voluntary sector. And many people sometimes question, why is the council so committed to volunteering? Is it linked with cuts? What I would say is that Gateshead Council's commitment to being the volunteer centre of the UK predated all of the present cuts, predated the election in May 2010. Gateshead believes passionately that people who volunteer, the communities in which people volunteer, are healthier, more content communities. It benefits the individual, but it also benefits the community. So by increasing the number of volunteers, we're making better health for individuals and healthier communities. The relationship that we're moving on, developing with Health Watch, we hope, from Gateshead Council's point of view, further enriches our links into the wider health community. We're going through a process of transition at the moment. I'm developing relationships with individuals who are involved in Health Watch. Personally, I'm convinced that the organisations who are represented through Health Watch, what we want to do is to hear the authentic voice of people and communities, but also give an opportunity for those people to represent and influence the work programme of Gateshead Council. What we want to do is to make Gateshead a better place, make Gateshead a healthier place. And the way to do that is through partnership, working together with organisations to make sure that their voice is heard and people's views are properly represented. 2013 has been a big year for Gateshead in terms of re-emphasising and re-energising our push towards being a centre for volunteering. It's part of our 2030 vision for Gateshead to make ourselves the volunteer centre capital of the UK. 2013 has been a big year. We've had a number of events, including the Volunteer Month and the events in Saltwell Park. And we are going through a thorough review at the present time, both with our relationship with the CVS and in terms of how we enhance our role in improving volunteering. So that's constantly going to be reviewed. And my view is, and I'm sure it's a view that's shared by the majority of council members, is that anything at all that we can do going forward to improve our relationship with the voluntary sector and increase volunteering in Gateshead is something which is good for individuals, but good for the community that is Gateshead. The Gateshead offer is relatively recent. We're trying to promote as widely as possible, but it basically comes from a conscious decision that we want to provide support to the very small scale local organisations who are struggling within communities in desperate need. Having spoken to people, what they need is advice about how to set up a proper constitution, to get them formed together as an organisation, where they turn to for financial support, what kind of fundraising can they get involved in, and advice about maybe accounting, bookkeeping, keeping minutes, training for volunteers, that sort of thing. So, not necessarily, there are national professional organisations, voluntary sector, who provide this support for their organisations. But what we're trying to do is to work very closely with communities who are struggling, who are suffering stress, where there are people who are wanting to help and who are wanting to support, but they need some support in doing that. The Gateshead offer is there, worked jointly between GVOC and Gateshead Council, so that when people come forward and look for support, they'll be signposted in the right place and given the package of support that they need, tailored to their community and to their organisation.